Okay everyone, so now we are learning that what are the variables. So first of all, we should understand that let us say if I am declaring some variable I. Now, in corresponding to that, in the memory, there is one block is reserved. Now, this block is given the name which is I. So this is called the variable. Now, variable may be having certain value. Let's say this variable is having value 30. Now this 30 value will be stored into that particular memory location. Now this memory also have its own address. Let's say the address is 701. So this is maybe any address because the memories are located here. There are multiple memories and their addresses are there. So I is having the value which is 30. So we can say that this 30 is nothing but the value of the variable. So this is value which is stored inside the variable. And what is the name of variable? Name of variable is I. And where that variable is stored means what is the memory it is taking. So this 701 is the address of memory. So we can say that this is the memory address. Now whenever we want some input from the user, let's say user is entering some number, now that number should be stored inside our program. So for that we need the variables. So we can say that variables are the proportion of memory which are referring by the name during the program execution. So variables are basically the memory. Now in this memory we are going to store certain value and these memory are referred by the names. Let's say we are saying variable I, variable A, variable B. So these are the names of that memory which are allocated during the program execution. So we use them. Now we are learning that how to define these variables into the .NET, especially into the VB.NET. So first of all, we will mention dim. Now dim stands for the declaration. The capital word of dim is the dimension. Dimension stands for the declaration. So we are saying declare A. So A is the name of variable as, let's say if I want to declare it as the integer type. We know that whenever we are going to store certain number, now that is called the integer. Now we can define dim A as integer. So that means one block of memory is saved. Now this is the memory here and the name of that memory is A. There can be any address that we are not considering right now. So if we are saying that is equal to 7, so that means inside A we are storing the 7. So 7 is stored inside the A. So A is the variable here of integer type and 7 is stored inside that. Now let's say if I has to define some double variable. Double means if we want some floating point value, let's say 7.9, this is a floating point value, and we will simply write dim. Dim is for the dimension or the declaration. So declare B as double type. So double is for the floating point value. So double, that means inside the memory one block of memory is reserved which is with the name B, and here we are mentioning, let's say 7.3, this is the floating point value. So 7.3 will be stored inside that particular block. So this way the variables can be defined. Now we have initialized their value as well. Now afterward we are learning the multiple declaration. In the .NET, multiple declaration of variable is allowed. Let's say if we want to declare two variables together. Now there can be x and y. Now that is possible into the .NET. So we can say that simply dim, that is for declaration, declare, let's say x comma y. So these two variables we are declaring of which type? As integer. So we are declaring these two variables of the integer type. Now here in the memory there are two blocks which are reserved. One is x and one is y. So these two blocks are reserved. Now let's say we want to give the value of x as 1. So we will write x is equal to 1 And let's say you want to apply the value of y as 2. So y is equal to 2. So this way we can provide 1 and 2. Now these values will be storing at the x and y. So that means these two variables x and y are declared and initialized with the value 1 and 2. Now we are learning next type of variable, which is called the constant or the constant variable. There are various things whose values remain throughout the program. Let's say if we know the pi r square, that is the area of circle. Now what is that pi? We know that pi is nothing but 3.14. Now this 3.14 value of pi will remain same throughout the program if you are calculating the area. So that means this value cannot be changed. Or let's say if I am going to store this value inside p, so p is my variable and I want that this 3.14 should be stored inside the p, and I assume that this p is for the pi. Now this pi has to make constant so that this value should not change. So such type of variable are called the constant. So we can say that constant are the variables whose value not change during the execution of code. So if we have to define the constant, then we are having the same thing. We will apply the const before that. So we should be applying the const keyword. Whenever we apply that, then variable will be declared as the constant variable. So let's say if you want to declare this p as the constant, so we will write const, that is the keyword for the constant, const p, and we will initialize the value which is 3.14. This way this p is now the constant. If anybody want to change the value, this value will not be changed and the warning will be showed. So this way we have learned that there are variables which are going to take certain memory, and in that memory we are going to store the values which are taken by the user, or we can self initialize the values. And we have learned the multiple declaration and how to declare the constants. So this is all about the variables.